Hello and welcome to the Triangle Podcast. I'm Christian.
I'm Jesse.
Where's Jesus?
I don't know, bro. I think he's at his house just chilling though.
Yeah, our schedules are a little... We're back to being in school. Jesse, he goes to school farther away than I do. Mm-hmm. I commute, and he lives in a different area, unfortunately. So now we're going to get back to our schedule of basketball podcasts every Sunday. Mm-hmm. Just letting everybody know. Due to college, and Jesus actually just got a new job.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm working with my uncle down in Wilkes-Barre now, so my schedule is a little bit more busy, but we're still gonna do the podcast every week. So.
Yeah. So back to the routine. NBA podcast every Sunday. Even though Jesus wasn't here today, we were deciding if we wanted to do it or not, because we never really did it without Jesus, but.
Yeah. I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, we can't slow it down. We can't disappoint. We got to have it going. You know what I mean? So.
And he doesn't mind either.
Yeah, so he didn't mind. He wants to listen to us.
Yeah.
Let's see how we can handle the show by ourselves. Mm-hmm. The triangle. It's not even a triangle anymore, man. It's a line. But. So how was your week, Jesse?
This week I only had 2 days of school. Monday was still the holiday. Tuesdays I regularly have off this semester, which is nice. And then Wednesday was my first day back. I don't like my math professor. She's really hard to understand. She has a real hard German accent, and it's kind of hard to understand and hear what she's trying to say and what the directions to do and what she wants us to do with our assignments and everything else. So I hope I grow to like her, because right now I don't like her. But the rest of my schedule is looking really good. I like my sociology class. My speech class is looking okay. The only thing I'm worried about this semester is my history class, because
that's the class I struggled last year, man.
That requires a lot of studying and commitment, and yeah.
Man, I had a terrible... I remember every podcast, guys. Every podcast last semester. How was your week, guys? Yeah, my week was terrible. Happiest of weekend. Actually, my classes are looking good. I mean... I'm satisfied with them. I finally got a chance to pick my classes, and I think I did pretty good. But let's not be confused. This is a basketball podcast, so let's get to it. This was we were looking at what games to talk about, and we couldn't say a game that didn't involve Warriors. It seemed like, and that's really what's it was the Warriors. Of the news of the week that we're going to cover today, the Warriors games, against Westbrook,
OKC.
Against Cavs, some big games right there, and then even a game against the Rockets yesterday as we were recording on a Saturday. We had the trade rumors keep flying around before All-Star break happened. Then we got the All-Star break with some starters and a little bit of controversial picks with the new system and everything. We'll talk about it all today, guys. So let's start it off with the Warriors game, man. We had the Warriors and Cavs Monday, it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Monday, the day before school. Man, and blowout. This just shows that the first game, I honestly don't know. This is the Warriors. Right now, the Warriors are cooking.
Yeah. The Warriors are showing right now
what they are.
Why they're the favorites. I still think they're the favorites to win the championship this year, because they did add Kevin Durant, and their bench is lessened from last year, but they're
getting it together now.
Yeah, they really are. Steve Kerr is telling these guys, hey, you guys have, potential to be one of the greatest teams on paper, and go out and prove it. Win every night, and then come May and June, you need to prove yourself that you can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can beat LeBron James again with Kevin Durant. And right now, they're proving it. They beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. They beat the Houston Rockets by, 17 points yesterday. And then
the Thunder game, man.
Then the Thunder game was just a complete.
Don't get confused. This Warriors and Cavs game was a destruction too.
Oh yeah,
it was really bad. And I mean, you seen the LeBron clip where I don't know who he was. I don't know who was defending him or he was defending, but he pointed to his hand to show he had 3 rings.
You know what
I'm talking about?
I saw that. The fans were barking at LeBron, and he hey, I got 3 rings. You know what I mean?
I don't think he did one this year with the. I'm not trying to be caught up in the moment or anything, but as soon as the Cavs beat the Warriors, Warriors did have their upper hand almost most of the game though in Christmas Day, but now this just really showed. This was the Warriors clicking on all wheels. Yep, yeah. All cylinders.
I think when Warriors played the Cavaliers, I don't think the Warriors trailed in that game. I'm pretty sure the commentators said that during the game. Like, the Warriors did not trail in this game at once. Like, that's insane.
As soon as go hit, they were on a mission. Yeah. They were an oracle for this one too, and that shows the difference. That really does.
It's a huge bounce back because they did have a heartbreak loss on Christmas Day when Kyrie hit that game winner again. I mean, they completely showed why they're the favorites in the NBA right now. They're number one in power rankings. I believe they're creeping on maybe 40 wins already.
Yeah, man.
This year
they got what, 5 losses?
Yeah.
Honestly,
maybe 6. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look at that right now, but I was truthfully looking at it, and the way the Warriors are looking right now. I mean, I know they're not chasing records anymore, but I feel like they might be able to chase some records still.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't see them losing in the playoffs maybe more than 2 or 3 times.
Man,
I just don't know.
This team is looking like that super team we talked about them being during the offseason. Like,
that no one wants to deal with.
Yeah. Let's see. They're 37-6 right now.
Yeah.
With a win streak of 6. When was their last loss? Oh, to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are literally everybody's kryptonite.
Yeah. They come back and beat you.
They beat the Rockets, guys. They were down. I remember.
I think it was like 20.
Me and Jesse checked on the game and we were like, oh, the Rockets are winning by 25. I think it was like the third quarter or halftime or something like that. They were winning by like a fair amount during the game. And we were like, all right, it's over. No need to tune into that one. And then I get the notification. I think it was Gasol, right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure Gasol was the one who hit a significant shot to bring him back.
And Conley was cooking too.
And I remember Jesse. We were already sleeping by then. We were in bed and everything. And Jesse was up on the couch, and I was like, "Yo, Jesse, they just caught up," and we were like, "What the hell just happened? Like, how do Grizzlies do it every time, man?"
I just think they're the perfect team to like not sleep on, like especially if they're in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. In the playoffs, they might be a little deadly. But playoffs, man. Everybody is speaking of wanting a playoff matchup of Warriors and Thunder. I don't know if that's going to be fun, man. Because we seen this game right here. It wasn't even a competition. Like, the only thing that made it interesting was the fact that it was Westbrook. You know what I mean? And Westbrook, he was going through some things that game. You seen him talking to who was the teammate he was talking to? Cantor, or was it Adams?
I think Cantor, because Adams is injured.
Yeah, it was one of the bigs. Yeah, it was Cantor, and he was just like, "Don't talk to that." Blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
We don't want to say it on mic because it's. Yeah. We try to keep it classy.
We try to keep classy on the NBA one. If you want to go to the raunchy stuff, just click on the other link to the MMA one.
Yeah.
Because we let it fly.
We let it out on that.
But yeah. So Westbrook was not having it, man.
No. And he had a great game too. He had a triple double. He did play very well. He played better in the second game than the first game. But KD, man,
10 turnovers.
Yeah, he did have a quadruple double.
Quadruple double.
KD, man, he's just proven right now he was the better player when KD played with Westbrook, and now that KD isn't on the Oklahoma City Thunder anymore, he's just proving why he's the alpha male on the Warriors, and that's kind of hard to say because you got my man Steph Curry here, you got Klay Thompson, and you got Draymond Green, and in reality, Kevin Durant is leading this Warriors team right now. This man is having an amazing season, arguably could be MVP. If you really do think about it.
That honestly would be a shocker for him to win MVP, but it's crazy because I could see it happening.
So can I.
You see his stat line, like everybody's talking about Harden or Westbrook, but people forget.
This man is putting up 26 points a game solid with the other 3 people around him.
He's leading the team. And this is one of his best rebounding years.
Yeah, I was going to say that. And he honestly, like, I knew Kevin Durant could play some decent defense, but man, this year, like, this
26, 9, and 5.
Yeah, this dude is like playing a phenomenal defense. I think he has career highs in maybe blocks as well. Like, and he's having an amazing year shooting the ball.
Here's
as
the thing,
well.
with MVPs, people just love to look at stat lines. It's deeper than a stat line. Yeah. People got to understand that. Like, it's Curry getting anonymous MVP is deeper than what the numbers he did, and the numbers itself were outstanding. But everybody was like, "Oh, look at Westbrook's number and compare them." No, all right, you can't, because Westbrook's team didn't do as good as the Warriors did. The Warriors were led by Stephen Curry, who led them to what's their record off the top of my head? 73-8.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
73-9.
39. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and first seed in the playoffs, and they went all the way to the finals. I think a lot of people say was not deserving unanimous MVP. Who was in second place behind Steph Curry and MVP? Please tell me. Off the top of my head, I can't even remember. Like literally,
if you're picking at that point, if you were picking another one, you're just picking it to not pick Stephen Curry.
Yeah,
you're picking it to be different.
Every game, Steph Curry showed why he was the MVP, even when he was having like injuries throughout the season and throughout the playoffs. Like this dude is for real. He showed last year why he was the MVP and arguably one of the best players in the NBA. He still is one of the best players in the NBA. He's the best shooter of all time, in my opinion. A lot of people can back me up by saying that.
Yeah, nobody's going to argue with that one.
He's going to shatter Ray Allen's three-point record. This man, he's going to be more than a two-time MVP. He's going to win another ring, maybe two. You never know with the squad he has now.
Now, what do you think about the whole Westbrook and Durant saying that the media is like making this more of a big deal than what it is? The whole rivalry.
I completely agree with it because
I agree too.
Kevin Durant, he tries to shine away from the whole media thing because one of the guys, I don't think it was David Aldridge, but it was some guy, one of the African American reporters, and he asked Kevin Durant like, "Oh, what did you say to Russell Westbrook when you interacted with him in the third quarter?" Because in the third quarter, there was a timeout or a foul on the play.
I'm pretty sure it was a foul.
Or something happened and the ball went out of bounds or something. And Kevin Durant went over to Russell Westbrook and said something to Westbrook. And when the reporter asked Kevin Durant that, KD was like, "What are you talking about? Like, I don't remember that. All I remember is we moved the ball well and we pulled away from the game in the third quarter." Like, completely denied the question, didn't answer it. And Westbrook and was asked after the game, I forget what the reporter asked him, but his answer was like just simply like, nah. Like he just completely is trying to like get away from this Kevin Durant Westbrook situation because he doesn't like the tension being brought toward him, the team, and to Kevin Durant, even though they don't talk anymore. Mm-hmm. And I believe they don't talk anymore.
Yeah, I believe that too. I believe even when they were on the team, it was almost like a forged friendship.
Oh, of course.
Because I don't know, that friendship always looked shaky to me.
Yeah, they always barked at each other all the time.
Always. But yeah, I honestly feel like a lot of the media attention is by Westbrook a lot too.
Oh,
man.
Of course.
Because he always throws little subliminals. Yeah. And I remember his outfit the first game, and they still got killed.
Professional
photographer, whatever the case was. Like, you're not just wearing that, bro. Mm-hmm. But
because he was taking some pictures at the Super Bowl, KD, a few years ago.
I just don't think that the Thunder will ever have a chance at competing with the Warriors, and I feel like this is a reason why. I'm sorry to say it again, but I don't think Westbrook's winning MVP. I understand what he's doing is historic, but he's a stat line stuffer. That's what he is. He fills up stat lines. That doesn't mean he's the best player in the world. I'm sorry, like somebody got to say it, man.
Yeah.
But
I think even though he's not KD's not on his team anymore, I think he could arguably win MVP, but if you look at it, the reason why he's putting up triple-double because KD's not there. That's the go-to person on the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's Russell Westbrook. The reason why they're winning games is because of him. And people say, oh, he should win MVP. He look at his stat line. Like, no. Like, me and you both agree, like, the front-runner in MVP right now is definitely James Harden because, one, even though they're struggling a little bit, they're playing some good teams right now, but that's the NBA. It's the NBA for a reason. It's the best players in the world playing against each other for the number one spot and winning the finals in June. Mm-hmm. James Harden right now, he's putting up triple-doubles, and he's leading his Houston Rockets team to what? The second or third seed in the West right now? Like, come on, man. Like, and he's playing way better than Westbrook as of right now, in my opinion, and he's leading his team to a better overall record. That's the real...
Man, I seen a stat, and he's responsible for 50% of his team's points.
Yeah, I saw that too. Scoring the ball,
between scoring, passing, even pass to assist, is deeper than just filling up your stat line.
Yeah,
and Harden is doing it. I know his defense. I was gonna say his defense is like his weakness.
Mm-hmm. It is. He knows it too. So does Mike D'Antoni.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But, like going into the year, I thought James Harden being a point guard was a complete joke, and so did James Harden because there was a reporter that asked James Harden, "Do you like that Mike D'Antoni put you as a point guard?" Like now, looking back at it from the beginning of the year, he was like, beginning of the year, I thought that man was crazy.
Yeah.
And then now I completely respect him as a coach and a mentor for putting me at that position because he's improved my game and I've worked on my game a lot over the past few months.
And honestly, D'Antoni, I remember last podcast, we're probably going to have to do it over again, but we got to stay updated with it. with our MVP, like how we did it before. It was like our player awards, our season awards for
each
now.
month we used to do it, right?
Yeah, well, we only did it once, but man, is D'Antoni a question for Coach of the Year?
I mean, looking at it right now,
Because before we said Luke Walton, unfortunately the team has faced injuries and tribulations. So I kind of say, you know what, maybe in due time, Luke Walton, maybe in the future, but
right now,
I think that's off the table.
Right now, I would give it to Mike D'Antoni, of course.
Mike D'Antoni, Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens is looking really good this year as well. I'm trying to think about it.
I don't think he'll go. Maybe Dwayne Casey's never brought into the conversation. Thinking about it now,
no, not at all.
Why?
I don't know.
Second seed, man.
Yeah,
They act like they have.
They're right behind Cleveland.
Right, but
number one spot to go against. Like
on Cleveland's tail, like for real. I don't know. Toronto doesn't get love for anything. As we'll get into with the Lowry might be getting snubbed for the All-Star, but that's my thoughts. But yeah, I think D'Antoni has a very good argument for Coach of the Year,
and he's leading his team to the record of. I think this is one of their best franchise records. And to start a season.
And let's be real, he's not a defensive coach. We know that.
Not at all.
But he's making that offense go.
Yeah, they got snipers on that team, and they have the MVP on that team as well.
We have a team called the Warriors in the league right now with Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and they're not leading the league in three-pointers. The Rockets are. Yeah. That's ridiculous. You got Eric Gordon working great right now. Ryan Anderson working good.
Trevor Ariza is playing great.
Man, I wrote it down just so we could talk about him. Montrezl Harrell. This guy has been cooking recently, and props to him because I did not know. I still don't know anything about him. I've seen him. Me and Jesse had him in 2K, and we were like, this guy's a 69, but he got the job done. He was just one of the cleanup guys, but no, he's really cooking right now, and he had like a 27-point game the other day.
Yeah, and what's his name is off injury now, and he's doing really good too. Clint Capella.
Oh, Clint Capella, yeah,
ever since Dwight Howard left, he's stepped up his game phenomenally, and he's a starting center on that team. He gets probably double-doubles.
We almost forget
game.
how young they are.
Yeah, and even Trevor Ariza, I mentioned, he's a sniper too, and he plays defense.
Great defender.
He's playing really well too, and I don't understand why.
Still not enough to beat the Warriors.
No, I honestly, I think they're a contender this year in the West, but going against the Western Conference champs and the Warriors, no, I don't think so.
All right, now, real quick off the radar, what team do you think the Rockets have a best chance of competing against for that to go to the Western Conference Finals? You think they could be? I feel like Spurs might be a favorable matchup.
Yeah.
Just
if you
because
look at it,
of
that's
pace.
the only other real competition. Maybe the Clippers. I don't know if they can get that far.
Clippers, no.
Chris Paul getting hurt right now, and Blake Griffin not coming back for a few more weeks.
I feel like in the top three, the Warriors, Spurs, and Rockets, I feel like Rockets could beat the Spurs, man.
So can I.
In a series, I really think that could happen, but
you never know with Greg Popovich and Kawhi Leonard.
Genius.
Yeah, I don't know. Paul Gasol just got injured in his warm-ups the other day. I don't know how long he is out. He
just got surgery.
Yeah.
Just got surgery. And another thing, I just got the notification on my phone while we're talking about injuries. D'Angelo Russell tweaked his knee yesterday. His MRI came back, and he's going to be out 1 to 2 weeks. MCL sprain in his right knee, a calf strain, and a bone bruise.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But 1 to 2 weeks, not bad. You know what? The Lakers tank because the thing with Lakers is because.
Do you have a draft pick this year?
It's top 3 protected.
Oh, you're fine.
No, I don't think we're going to get a top 3 pick.
I think he'll probably get a top 5.
Well, yeah, but we're top 3 protected.
That's true.
So,
that's tough to think about.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it might be luck of the draw and we get it. That'd be dope. Because if we were to pick up another piece and with all the money we have, this might be a big... And this draft class is looking serious.
Yeah, it looks pretty...
Lonzo Ball, Malik
great.
Monk. It's looking crazy.
I'm trying to think of that dude from Kentucky. He's playing really well.
I don't know college too well, but
neither do I. But I know some good names.
Yeah, I know a few names here and there. But before we get into that, another injury we got was Chris Paul.
Yes, he is coming back in a few games though, because he's only gonna be playing with the broken thumb. I think he already had surgery.
Oh, he got...
Yeah, there were reports that he's going to be playing in, the next few days.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Because I remember when the reports first came out,
when it first came out, he was supposed to be out for 2 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's, broken thumb, that's
and that was just
serious.
That was really just Clippers luck again, man. Yep. Lost Griffin. DeAndre can't lead their damn team.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
He's been playing really well lately,
But he can't lead a team.
Hell no.
Chris Paul is that backbone.
Yeah.
He's the structure of that whole team.
And that's what happened last year as well. Blake and Chris Paul were both injured in the playoffs last year, and they got eliminated in the second round, I believe, or in the first. I'm not sure. They can never keep it together. And I think if that team get into the Clippers situation right now, I think if the Clippers don't get past the second round, Chris Paul, it's his contract year, and Blake Griffin, if they go back to the Clippers, like they're never going to.
No, they can't.
They have to split up. Chris Paul has
I
to
feel like
leave,
it's just like the
or
KD
Blake.
and Westbrook situation almost.
It really is.
You guys aren't going to win together.
They just can't beat the top level teams in the West.
So now my question is, all this trade talk coming up, would you trade Griffin?
Right now, no. I don't think so because there is a big chance he will come back to LA because he is.
You think Chris Paul's the one to go?
I think Chris Paul's the one to go, and I've been saying this since the beginning of our podcast because if you think about it, Blake Griffin is more Hollywood there, in my opinion. Ever since he's been there,
Kia commercials, Space
everything.
Jam. Isn't he going to be Space Jam too?
I think rumors have been floating around that he might be in it.
And I think I heard talks of white man can jump, white boy could jump, white man can't jump, whatever the movie's called. Because they're coming out with a part 2. If you don't know.
And he's been in LA longer than Chris Paul, only by one season because then Chris Paul got traded to
2.
Yeah, 2. I'm sorry.
I mean, he was injured 1, but
yeah, he got traded to LA to play with Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan before DJ was who DeAndre Jordan was, and I just think the person to leave. Chris Paul isn't getting traded. I know you asked if Blake is gonna. Do you think Blake will get traded? I don't think Blake will get traded right now. 1, because he's hurt. 2, he's valuable to the team still. And 3,
I don't even think he'll be back in time to get traded.
No, I don't think so.
Which sucks for them.
Yeah,
that really is a
think
blow.
He's gonna be the person to stay, and I think Chris Paul is gonna. Oh wow, Chris Paul is gonna. I think he's gonna leave in free agency to go back to I don't know, maybe the team he left. New Orleans, maybe? I don't know. He's from Charlotte as well. You never know.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Anthony Davis.
Chris Paul, Anthony Davis.
That's scary to think.
That'll be a nice. No, and it's good. It's good because Chris Paul is not only. You know how teams always want to pick up a veteran?
Yeah.
They always pick up these veterans that are almost useless to them on the actual floor. A Paul Pierce and a Kevin Garnett. Well, I named 2 Celtics. Maybe that's because I'm a Lakers fan. But, you know what I mean? They always pick up these players that. They're just there for leadership almost. The Lakers picked up Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
Only for leadership almost. If you pick up a veteran who knows what he's doing and could also still play, he's still an all-star.
Hell yeah.
I mean, we'll be talking to that a little bit later. But I want to get into this. We were talking about, trading a player while they're still valuable. Melo.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What you think about that whole Melo talk?
This whole Melo situation.
Hold on. Let's first. Did you see the fake trade going around? The Cavs and Lakers.
Yeah. I showed you.
Yeah.
Remember, and you said it was hella fake.
Oh my god.
I remember it I remember it off the top of my head.
Really, I'm gonna test you because I got it right here.
Cleveland would get Carmelo, of course, because he wants to play with LeBron James.
And that's it.
The Lakers would get, I believe it was Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, Amon Shumpert, and Tristan Thompson.
Yep.
And then the New York Knicks would get, this is the only player I was happy with getting if this trade did work out. Jordan Clarkson. Luol Deng I would not be happy with because his contract is huge and he's not that good anymore. And he's old. Who else?
6 men like Lou Will.
Yeah, Lou Williams. And I'm trying to forget that other guy.
I think is that DeAndre Liggins?
Yes, number 14 on the Cavs.
Yeah, I think
I'm not excited about him. The only person I'm excited, Lou Will and Jordan Clarkson. Luol Deng, obviously just a contract dump, and he's just going to go to the Knicks because we have to get rid of Melo, and then even out Derrick Rose and Tristan Thompson contract on to LA.
Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad trade for the Knicks.
It really wouldn't.
Because they're not going to be able to keep Rose because Rose wants too much money. I wouldn't want to keep.
He wants
Rose
150 mil. No,
ridiculous.
If you look at it, that's what Mike Conley's contract is,
yeah.
and you're going to give that to a man with all these ACL injuries and knee surgeries. Hell no! Please don't give Derrick Rose $150 million. We didn't even. Joakim Noah doesn't even deserve $72 million. I'm sorry.
No, he didn't at all. But we could talk about it right now. Cavs want to do another trade. I mean, obviously, this is just a fake little rumor that I was surfacing on Twitter. But that Dunleavy, the Corver trade.
Yeah,
I mean, Dunleavy was included, but
I don't think
that even worked out for them.
Neither do I, and I said this too. I don't think the chemistry is there right now, And LeBron said, like, your only job on this team is when you get the ball is to shoot. That's the same thing he said to J.R. Smith, and J.R. Smith has completely worked out for that team for the better. They won a championship with them, and to be honest, like
J.R. Smith and Kyle Korver, I don't want to see on the floor on the same time.
I can't see that. That's just too much ball handling and just too much shooting.
Not ball handling, just too much. Not even shooting. It's just too much reckless shots almost.
I don't get it. And like the thing, like going back to the Knicks and Cavs here, like when J.R. Smith used to play with the Knicks before he got traded, this man couldn't play no defense whatsoever. Mm-hmm. He was just that drive to the basket, maybe get some dunks because he used to.
Oh God, he used to be athletic as hell.
Some vicious dunks, and he'd be a spot up shooter, catch and shoot, create his own shot off the dribble, whatever. When he played with Melo, when the Knicks were actually great, when we had Mike Woodson. But oh my God, I could go on a rant about the Knicks. But getting back to the J.R. Smith now, like this man, like ever since he came to Cleveland, he could still shoot. He could still shoot off the dribble. He could create his own shot. He could catch and shoot, and he could play some great defense, man. Like I've watched him ever since he's came to Cleveland, and this man can play some solid defense.
Yeah, Melo. What I got out of that was the whole Melo thing, and
I call it the Melo effect. I really do.
It really is. It's really Melo right now for the Knicks that is just not working out.
Nope.
And he said that he'll only waive his trade clause if he was to get traded to the Cavs, Lakers,
Clippers, Lakers, and there were reports of the Boston Celtics.
That'll be a good
scary,
fit,
bro.
That'll be a good fit. You want to go anywhere? Go to the Celtics is the team to go to. One, they got the money to pay you.
Yes,
that's one. Two, their team is good.
Yeah, and the Knicks, like off the top of my head, like if the Melo will go to Boston, I could really see the Knicks I could see them getting Avery Bradley. I could see them getting a draft pick, and I could see them getting Drake Crowder off the bat.
Honestly, I don't know who I could see them giving up. They got so many picks, though.
Oh,
do you understand? Celtics are in line for literally the first pick of the draft next year.
Yeah, because of Brooklyn.
That's
Brooklyn
ridiculous.
Deal, the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett deal, which was probably the worst trade
in
Brooklyn Nets history.
If I was the Knicks right there, I'll take that pick for Carmelo Anthony.
So
alone.
Yeah.
Because you clear, how much is Melo's contract?
Right now, he's owed, I believe, $50+ million over the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm. So
that's huge. The future right now is Porzingis. Like, Phil Jackson understands that, and in my opinion, Phil Jackson wants Melo to leave because
he does want him to leave. He's
he
smart
really
for
does,
that.
and I know he's smart for that, and I appreciate Phil Jackson for that. And a lot of real Knicks fans appreciate that. Stephen A. Smith has said like Carmelo, like leave New York. Like I know you, like he knows Carmelo Anthony very well. He talks.
And the thing is, it's not even on bad terms. Like every Knicks fan I know is like loves Melo.
Yeah,
it's just
I love
they don't
Carmelo Anthony. He's one of the best Knicks of all time. He can compare him to Patrick Ewing and whoever else. Even though Carmelo hasn't won a ring, neither is Patrick Ewing.
Neither, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, he's a great player. He loves playing in New York. He loves the media. He loves everything else. He played in Syracuse. Like, he's from New York. Like, he said he doesn't want to leave New York because he has so much loyalty toward the organization. And I do believe him, but
if you love New York so much, try to better them off,
yeah,
man.
Exactly. And then the latest reports were saying if Phil Jackson in the front office wants me to waive my no trade clause or whatever, he said he'll be willing to do it. I think Carmelo Anthony has a big chance of being traded in the trade deadline, of course, because it's happened before when he was playing with the Denver Nuggets. And if he doesn't get traded during the trade deadline, I could really see him getting traded in the summer.
Mm-hmm. I can.
For sure.
I can too.
Because and before I could wrap up my problems I have with Carmelo and the Knicks and everything, the future is in Porzingis. It really is, and he'll obviously probably sign back to the team because he loves New York. He loves the attention, and it'll be his team. He's only 20 years old. God knows his potential, and he has the potential to be probably one of the greatest power forwards in the near future, because like this man has looked up to Dirk Nowitzki as his role model, and Dirk Nowitzki is a Hall of Famer, one of the best European athletes of all time. Kristaps Porzingis could look up to that, and Dirk Nowitzki has won a Finals MVP. He's won an MVP. He's an NBA champion. Like as a Knicks fan, like that's what I look forward to. I look forward to Kristaps Porzingis pulling this team together, and I look forward to Phil Jackson Phil Jackson putting a team together before he leaves because he doesn't have that many years on his contract left. So right now, I want Carmelo Anthony gone for the better sake of his career because I'm a huge Carmelo Anthony fan, and I'm a Knicks fan at the end of the day. I want the better future for Carmelo as a fan of Carmelo Anthony and as a fan of the New York Knicks. Without Carmelo Anthony, we're going to be completely better in the future. And
Carmelo's better off too.
Yeah, he is, and he wants that ring. Going into the Hall of Fame with at least one championship, that says something.
I still wouldn't mind him on the Lakers. It's just I would be damned if I give up any good young talent for you. I'm sorry, but some more players that might be traded. Wolves made it announced almost that Rubio and Shabazz Muhammad are on the market. And there was even a rumor floating around today with the Reggie Jackson, which Stan Van Gundy quickly denied.
Yeah, he told Reggie Jackson it's not happening.
Yeah, but...
Did you hear about... do you want to say anything else?
No, keep on.
I heard some rumors that Jimmy Butler really might get traded.
What's up with that, man?
I don't understand why. Dwayne Wade said, if Jimmy Butler gets traded... you will not see me playing with a bunch of 20-year-olds. Like, he straight, like, threw shots at the Chicago Bulls, like, general manager, owner, whatever. Like, if you trade this man, I will leave. Like, that's a huge compliment to Jimmy Butler. Going into
Jimmy Butler
like,
is too good for all that.
Yeah, I don't understand it. This man's putting up, what, like 25
He's the best player on their team.
He is, and Dwayne Wade
thing
knows
is, Bulls are getting it back together now, but in the beginning of the season, they were looking great.
Yeah.
So don't press the panic button yet. Teams are way too quick to press that panic button.
Hell yeah. And then there were rumors as well with the Chicago Bulls if Jimmy Butler doesn't get
82-game season first of all.
If Jimmy Butler doesn't get traded and Wade doesn't leave or whatever, the Chicago Bulls are the first runners for Chris Bosh. I don't know if you heard that.
I seen that.
Imagine if Chris Bosh reunited with Dwayne Wade and played with Jimmy Butler. That'd be a nice little big three.
I just don't want to see Bosh get hurt. That's the only thing.
Yeah, his life is on the line next time he steps on the court for real.
I would hate to see it happen, but yeah, we got the Rubio, Shabazz, most likely gonna get dealed before they go. Bulls, even in itself, Rondo. I say capitalize off of that because that's a good thing. But Rondo in the news, buy it or sell it. You know what that means, right? Buy it meaning that you believe it. Selling it as in like, nah, throw that away. Like I don't. You heard what Rondo said?
Lately? No, I haven't heard him in.
Rondo said that in the future he wants to coach. Do you buy that or do you sell that? Because I'm selling that all the way. Rondo, a person that butted heads with so many coaches. A pain in the ass for teams. Considered a cancer on some teams. Want to be a coach?
I could buy that. Because if you look at it, a lot of point guards in the league today, or in the past, are coaches now. Like Jason Kidd.
But Jason Kidd isn't... I mean...
bunch of other coaches. I can't think of any on the top of my head, but like a lot of people as point guards, like that's the leader of the team, and then
Derek Fisher.
Yeah, Derek Fisher, but then he got fired. And then they automatically go to coaching because they know what it is to lead a team. I could honestly buy that, but I can understand why you could sell it as well because he did not like Rick Carlisle. He didn't like Doc Rivers at the end of his term in Boston. He didn't like
the Kings,
George Karl, coach. And
I don't know. I mean, Fred Hoiberg.
He doesn't like Fred Hoiberg right now
it's not that he doesn't like him. It's just
deep down, I don't think he likes him.
It's really nothing. It's really.
I don't think he cares.
He doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I still think that dude has talent.
So much talent. If I was the Knicks, I would.
He could be a backup point guard, and he wouldn't care.
Man, honestly, that would be nice if you guys got rid of. I mean, D Rose. I don't think he's staying.
He's not worth $150 million.
After this season, if you guys had D Rose and Jennings,
that'd be great.
Not terrible.
Maybe Rondo too. You never know. They can mix in. Who knows?
Yeah. So look into that future. But now let's get on to what happened this week. That was pretty big. I mean, speaking of point guards, we got a few point guards that got snubbed in this All-Star voting. We had the announcement came. When was it? Thursday?
Yes.
It was Thursday, the 17th. I don't know dates, but we had the Western and Eastern Conference starters announced. Eastern Conference, off the top of my head, is DeRozan, Kyrie Irving, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Thank you.
Congratulations on your first start.
LeBron James, and this honestly surprised me the most. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Because
It's his first start as
think
well.
Jimmy Butler deserves a starting spot, but with the new rules of the 50% fans, 25% media votes, and 25% player votes, Kevin Love got no love.
Yeah, I don't understand why. He better make it though.
No, Kevin Love's gonna make it for sure. But Embiid, if we go back to the old rules, Embiid would have been starting.
Yeah, I know.
Which
like,
is
in reality, like I knew it wasn't gonna happen because I told you guys it wouldn't happen because the way the ruling is.
Oh, me and Jesse did bet. Was it a Pizza Hut dinner box?
Yeah,
that,
I think so.
I think Embiid's gonna make the All-Star. He said he's not, but we'll see.
In reality, I don't think he is because the way the system is now. Because I was watching what's the thing they call it during the TNT games. You know how like Shaq, Ernie, and Charles Barkley and Ernie Johnson, they talk about the NBA and everything. They were talking about the All-Star selection, and they were saying this rule has been in effect since the 2012-2013 season. The amount of
what rule are you talking about?
Guards, the amount of guards they would have in the All-Star game, and it wouldn't be power forward center. It would just be a front court. And that's why I think Joel Embiid is not in an All-Star game this year because in reality, he's a rookie.
There's not many great front court players left though.
Exactly. And like that's why I want him in the All-Star game because he completely deserves it. Like Philadelphia right now is booming. This is the first time Philadelphia has been this exciting
they're
since
on a high,
great
man.
Allen Iverson.
They're on a high right
They really
now.
are.
They're on a high with 15 wins. It's kind of sad to think about it.
Last year, how many wins did they have all year? Like 12, 13?
Nothing.
Something like that? This team right now, and Joel Embiid has completely like reversed the whole entire culture of that team. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, like they do have Ben Simmons and they have
he hasn't even came yet.
Yeah, and
it's scary.
They have that other rookie,
Dario Saric.
Yeah, and he's cooking too. And like this team is like really like coming.
Not to mention they got
Joel
good
Embiid.
trade pieces in Noel and Okafor.
And they're still gonna get draft picks. Like, come on now. Like this team right now is playing amazing. They won like the last 7 of their last 9 games. Like
it's been ridiculous. They did lose today, but it doesn't matter.
Who cares? Like I think Joel Embiid should be an All-Star. Getting back to the voting and everything, but in reality, I don't think it's gonna happen because he is a rookie. And the last rookie was to be in the All-Star game was Blake Griffin. You reminded me of that. And I don't know the way the voting system is like for the past few years now. It's completely unfair to players like that caliber of a talent like Joel Embiid.
Okay, here's my complaint. Here's who I think everybody was mad about the Westbrook snub. We'll get to that.
I think everyone hates that.
Everybody was mad about that. What I was mad about, because I knew Westbrook wasn't going to make it, unfortunately. I knew
As a starter?
I knew he was going to get snubbed. It didn't come to a surprise for me.
I didn't think so.
I no way I saw Curry not starting. But I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying
Do you want to know what my starting lineup should be for the West?
Yeah, say your starting lineup.
I think the starting lineup should be Curry, Westbrook, Harden, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis.
That has 3 guards, though.
Yeah, but still. I think that should be the starting lineup without the rules in effect. And yeah, you're probably thinking, what about my man Kawhi Leonard? But I don't know. Like that, like in the All-Star game, like I was telling you and Jesus this, the people vote because they want to see
fun.
Yes. And entertainment in an All-Star game. They want to see the fancy
Clearly Zaza is the most entertaining player in the league.
They want to see the fancy dribble moves, the fancy
Georgia.
passes, the lobs off the backboard, Blake Griffin doing dunks like he used to do in the back of the year. Like they want to see all this crazy stuff. They want to see my man Steph Curry pull from the half-court logo and bank some threes. They want to see Westbrook. And in my opinion, they really want to see, out of all 3 players in the All-Star game, they want to you could even say 4. They want to see LeBron James, of course. They want to see Steph Curry. They want to see James Harden, Westbrook, and you could even add Kevin Durant. Like, the reason why I think...
Unfortunately, they want to see Kyrie, too.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. All right, I'm not saying Kyrie is a bad player by any means. I think Kyrie is a great player. Mm-hmm. Kyrie is not having a good as a season as Isaiah Thomas is.
Yeah,
he is not having a good as a season of Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry is shooting 48% from the field goal percentage right now, putting up damn near the same numbers as Kyrie, but more assists and rebounds.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree with that.
So, that's what got me tight, to be honest. specifically Isaiah Thomas, because this man is on a mission this year.
Yeah.
He just dropped what you said the other day,
39.
He's for everybody's complaining about his height for his defense. I don't care about that.
Neither do I.
He can't do nothing about his height. Listen, that man got pure skill, and he'll be fun to watch in an All-Star game.
Honestly, he reminds me of a modern-day Allen Iverson. He really does.
Man, he's leading the league in fourth quarter points.
Mm-hmm.
This man is averaging 8 points a game, 27 points a game.
He's third in points per game in the NBA.
Actually, I think he's second. I think he's tied exactly with Harden. I checked this today, actually.
I know it's Westbrook,
28.7 points a game
Thomas.
as of how we speak. This man is ridiculous, leading his team to third seed right now. Why is he not starting? Because Kyrie. Oh my God.
Favorite.
He's the fan favorite.
50% of
I'm sorry,
vote.
Kyrie Irving is overrated.
I don't think
Kyrie
so.
Irving is overrated.
I just think, and my man Kenny Smith said this on his halftime report. He said the reason why he believes Kyrie Irving started, and he doesn't like. He completely agrees with everything you just said. Isaiah Thomas is the best point guard in the East right now. Even Kyle Lowry's even having a better season as well.
Thing is, I'm not saying Isaiah Thomas is a better point guard than Kyrie Irving. I'm not saying that.
I don't think so.
I'm saying Isaiah Thomas is having a better season than Kyrie Irving, and at the end of the day, that is what an All-Star voting is. Who's having the good season right now?
Yeah, and Kenny Smith agreed with you there, and he said Isaiah Thomas is having the better season as of right now. And Charles Barkley has said he completely hates that Kyrie Irving is starting because everything you're saying, Charles Barkley completely is agreeing to it too. And he's even said some points like, I don't understand what this voting system has to do with the fan vote 50%. Like, that's not fair. Like, the All-Star game is to show the league like the new era of like what the best players in the league halfway through the season are. You know what I mean? And
I'm tired of these veterans getting the pity votes, man. Of getting the popularity votes.
Well. And getting back to the what Kenny Smith said, he said, yes, Isaiah Thomas and Kyle Lowry are having a better year than Kyrie Irving, but as a fan of, because he watches the NBA, of course, and he's an NBA fan. He used to play in the league back in the days with Hakeem the Dream and everybody. He voted for Kyrie Irving because right off the bat, like he wanted to see Kyrie Irving in the All-Star game because
you could see him just coming off the damn bench.
Yeah, but like he thinks he's the starter on the East because he believes that Kyrie Irving knows what it's like to lead a team better than Isaiah Thomas. This is what he said. He thinks he knows
what
how
you said?
Kenny Smith said Kyrie Irving knows how to lead a team better than Isaiah Thomas because let me say why. Because I said this too. Because he does have a championship. He knows what it is to win a championship. To win with LeBron James and Kevin Love. And he has more experience in the All-Star game. And Kenny Smith has said this, and I said this to you guys the other day when we were having that little discussion through text and everything, and we were going back and and forth.
I'm about to get heated right now.
And he just thinks he's the better player, and he completely agrees that the ruling shouldn't be the 50% fan vote, but as a fan, he did vote for Kyrie Irving, and he knows why he should be a starter in the All-Star game because he just knows how to lead a team better, and he's a championship player.
All right.
That's what he said.
I know that's what
and that's what I said as well.
But when we got into our argument over text message, and because you said Kyrie Irving should be starting.
Yes.
Now, is that going to be your exact reasons why with the Kenny Smith?
I mean, I completely agree with him, and I could say more points as well, but like, I just really can't think of why he shouldn't be a starter.
Because he's not having a better season than Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I know that, but if you look at it,
an All-Star game should be the players who are having the best season.
Yeah, I agree.
So why is the player that's having the best season not starting?
I don't know. That's a question I asked you as well through text and even through the podcast now. It should be that way because if you look at it, the MLB does that. Yeah, they have fan vote, but I think fan vote in the MLB is only like 25%. It's based off what they're doing in the season. You know what I mean? But it just sucks because half of the votes are through the fans because of fan favorites, their favorite player, and who they think is, I don't know, the better player and who has a better resume. I don't know. That's the way it is. That's why Kyrie Irving is starting. That's the only reason.
I disagree entirely. I'm sorry. All these Kyrie fans, I don't think he's having a better season than Isaiah Thomas. I'm sorry, I keep hiccuping.
No,
But not having a better season than Isaiah Thomas, not having a better season than Kyle Lowry. Very disappointed. They're gonna make the All-Star team for sure, though. For sure. You know who I'm glad didn't make the All-Star starting lineup?
Who?
Dwayne Wade.
Oh, me too.
Because he's one of these players that will get that.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Just because of the popularity, and I said
Just
that
because
too.
of the popularity, but I don't think he'll even be in the All-Star game.
Why?
There's a lot of good players this year, man.
Yeah, but you don't think Dwayne Wade will make the All-Star team because just of his name alone?
I don't want any more of these making the All-Star team over your name alone. And I'm a hypocrite because I loved Kobe in the All-Star game last year. I'm a hypocrite. Yes, I'm sorry. But now that that's over with, no, you shouldn't make it off of name value alone. He's only getting 18 points a game, and he's not really helping his team by any means. Okay. So
no, I mean, agree. Dwayne Wade's not
remaining All-Stars to bat it off right now for the East. We have Isaiah Thomas. We have Kyle Lowry. Them two are definite. Kevin Love, definite. Melo.
Yes.
Not in the starting lineup.
I could see Nicholas Batum making the All-Star game for
no
some
way.
reason.
No way
I
in
really
hell.
Can.
You see Nicholas Batum making him, but not Joel Embiid?
Yeah. Hasn't Nicholas Batum...
Speaking of Hornets, Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker's having a phenomenal season, and I'm afraid he's going to get snubbed. I'd rather have him over Dwayne Wade. But that thing is so many point guards, but it doesn't really matter at this point.
I'm trying to think who else. I don't know why, but I think Andre Drummond's going to make it.
No, hell no.
Having the best season.
Andre Drummond is not going to make it. Joel Embiid is going to make it. I
don't know.
Betted on that, and I'm sticking to it.
I hope so.
Who else in the league do we got here?
I'm trying to think of other forwards.
I'm not trying to miss any.
LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler's in it. Isaiah, Kyrie, Kyle Lowry, we mentioned. Kemba, he probably won't make it.
Unfortunately.
I think Nicholas Batum can make it just because that'll just be a player to fill in. Kevin Love, we mentioned.
John Wall
make it.
Has a chance.
He's having an amazing year, man.
I don't know. For the East, I feel like it doesn't have enough options.
No.
And I think Joel Embiid might slide his way in there. Because they need some forwards. We're not saying much front court players here.
I mean, if you think about it, LeBron's...
I'm trying to find more front court players. And I'm going down the list. I'm looking at only East now. Butler, he's already in. Irving's already in. Giannis is already in. Kemba, Wall. How many guards can you get? Lowry, Carmelo. Oh, Paul George is definitely going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
Before we forget him. Kevin Love. And then from there, it's
Brook Lopez, don't be surprised. You know what I mean?
I'd rather have him beat over Brook Lopez. And I hope that that's the situation that we get. But now down to the West, and the whole controversy, Westbrook over Curry. Yes, my same argument goes here. Westbrook should be starting.
Hell yeah.
Should be starting without a doubt. With these new rules, old rules, I don't care.
This man's putting up a triple-double.
Having a better season.
And he's not a starter. He has more triple-doubles than the All-Stars combined.
But triple-doubles, to me, don't really mean as much as it means to... What's people's fascination with the number 10?
I don't know.
Does it just look good? Because I feel like people could do more without getting a triple-double. And people are failing to realize this. They're infatuated with the number 10 and the triple-double stat. They're infatuated with their stat lines looking crazy down the line. It's deeper than that, as we said earlier. It's deeper than these damn stat lines. And
I mean, as a fan, I voted for Russell Westbrook to be an all-star starter.
I didn't vote for nobody, to be honest. I voted for Joel Embiid.
That's it. I voted for Joel Embiid, but
I retweeted all his tweets.
Oh yeah, I like a bunch of his stuff. But as a fan, I voted for Russell Westbrook to be the All-Star starter because of the year he's having. Yeah, Steph Curry's
he's having a spectacular year. I'm not taking it away.
Steph Curry's one of my favorite players, probably of all time, and probably over the past few years because what he's done to the league with the way he boogies on people and the way he shoots threes from out of the gym, But I'm sorry, Curry. You're probably one of the fan favorites in the league today and forever in the NBA. But I'm sorry, Russell Westbrook completely deserved to start over you. He's having the better year, and I just don't know what to say. This man's putting up a triple-double, and you don't start an All-Star game. And he made a comment that he didn't care about the All-Star snub. He called it, I care about winning championships.
He's not going to do that either.
Yeah. And he's just, the only thing he's proud of himself is for not leaving Oklahoma City. That's the only thing I think he's proud of.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about who else we see making it. We got Westbrook, obviously. Boogie, definitely. No excuses. Damian Lillard. We got to get to 7. We're at 3.
Draymond Green, Clay.
I don't know if Draymond's going to make it. I don't know if I want Draymond to make it.
I think they're going to do Draymond and Clay. And
man, that's 4 Warriors on the team. No.
Yeah. The only reason I think they're going to do that because they just want the promotion. You know what I mean? They're just going to promote, like, four Warriors made it to the All-Star game. You know what I mean? I just think they're going to do that.
We have C.J. McCollum might have a chance.
I think he'll make it easily.
C.J. McCollum has a chance. Karl-Anthony Towns, I think he'll make it.
Of course.
I think this is his year. That's including C.J. McCollum. That's 6. So now
I could see Gordon Hayward making it because the way the Jazz are playing really well this year.
Is Gordon a sleeper? Man, I wish I could say
Andrew Wiggins.
Is Gobert in this conversation, man?
I don't think yet. Maybe next year.
Gobert just had a phenomenal game, by the way, guys.
27 and 25.
Phenomenal game.
I would love to see Andrew Wiggins, but he's too young.
He's cooking this
Marc
year.
Gasol will be an all-star.
I don't know about that.
I think Eric Bledsoe can have a chance. He's putting up 20 points a game. Wow.
It's tough.
Mike Conley.
It's definitely going to be Westbrook, Dame, Cousins, Clay.
Mm-hmm.
C.J. McCollum, I think there's no way he's not making it. There's
Maybe
5.
Draymond.
Karl-Anthony at 6, and then the 7th spot. I think those people are definitely making it. I hope not Draymond, and I'm hoping they give it to Gordon Hayward.
I hope so, too. Because Gordon Hayward's that leader on that Utah Jazz team right now.
Gordon Hayward, I won't be surprised seeing Andrew Wiggins or...
I'd love that.
It's
that means so much to Andrew Wiggins. Being that young and being in an All-Star game. So you don't
same
think
with Cat.
Yeah. You don't think Zaza is making it? No.
Zaza's out the question.
Like 800,000 votes and
thankfully all the Georgia votes mean nothing. I'm sorry, Georgia. But that's like voting for Tracy McGrady.
That's true.
Like,
or Michael Jordan.
I want to know how many votes Kobe got.
Last year?
This year.
Oh, this year?
I'm sure he got votes, believe it or not.
Probably. I think, speaking of last year, I think Kobe got over 2 million votes last year.
Broke the record, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other All-Stars that could maybe
I think that's really
sneak
it.
in there.
I think that's really it. But yeah, I don't see any more surprises from there. I mean, I'll be happy to see some surprises and curveballs thrown into it, as long as it's like rightful surprises. You know what I mean? But now let's get off to our. Anything you want to say about the All-Star? Anything else you got?
I'm just looking
the dunk contest.
Oh yeah, and you want to do a 3-point contest too?
Just throw out players you think for dunk contest. I think we both agreed. You know, the Aaron Gordon
the rematch,
and Zach LaVine. That's the real dunk contest
really,
right there. You could just have them. Just have them.
Yeah,
but
for real.
Larry Nance.
Yeah.
If he's, I don't know, he's been a little injured lately.
I think he could. I think he could make it really entertaining.
He might be able to. Man got hops for days, and I think that one dunk on Brook Lopez alone put him on the map for that. Mm-hmm. And now you said who was it again? Andrew Wiggins.
I just think he could. He could show some flash. I really do, and he's so athletic. And
is there any else young dunkers that are making noise?
I mentioned Greek Freak. I think he's been in the dunk contest a few years ago when they had the dunk contest.
I want Greek Freak in the skills challenge.
I think he'll probably be in it.
That'd be interesting.
But
I don't care about skills challenge. But
neither do I. I'd love to see Greek Freak because the way he's been playing this year alone and the way he just finishes at the rim and his vicious dunks are this year, I think he'd do better than he did a few years ago in the dunk contest for sure. Now
some players you want to see in the 3-point contest. For me, it's Curry, Clay. You always gotta have them. Yeah, damn, you want to throw KD in there too?
Yeah. 3 going at it from the same team?
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to be a Warriors league in that case.
Yeah.
Because you got to take 4 from the West, 4 from the East, I think it is. You don't want to have 3 from the same team.
They'll probably do it, though.
But Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, sure.
Kemba Walker, I would enjoy seeing.
Kyrie from the East.
You think Kyrie?
Yeah.
Kyrie, did he?
He used to be in 3-point contests as well.
Was he? He wasn't in anything last year because he was hurt, right? Was he cleared in time? I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think so either.
Kyrie, maybe.
Because he came back in, January?
Yeah, he came back pretty...
knee surgery?
No. But yeah, he would have been 3... I don't remember. But,
yeah, I don't know.
Who else is lighting it up from the 3 this year?
James Harden.
The thing is, they never pick a whole bunch of stars. That's the thing. They always pick a freaking Marco Bellinelli and
Yeah.
Patty Mills and whatnot. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of one more from the East.
From the East. I was about to say JJ Redick, but he always lights it up. From the East.
Because we said Kyrie, Isaiah, Kemba. You said Kemba, right?
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
Kemba. Kemba's lighting it up from 3 this year. Let me actually look who leads the league in 3-pointers.
I'm not sure. Because if you think about it, like Kyrie, Isaiah are the best shooters in my opinion out of the East.
Oh, Otto Porter Jr. is hitting threes really good this year.
What?
I would say give that man a chance. Brogdon's doing pretty good this year from the 3 especially. So just to give you a few. Yeah, but Otto Porter Jr. has been really impressive this year actually. 14.5 points a game, shooting .54 field goal percentage and .46 from 3-point line.
Okay, then shit, throw him in there.
Throw him in there. I would say Otto Porter Jr. That would be your guy who's asleep. Oh, Joe Ingles I know is cooking too. But
they won't throw him in there.
No, they're not. No,
I could see them maybe throwing an Otto Porter because you did mention they used to throw in like Marco Bellinelli and some odd players just to mix it up.
I can see him. And all right, I think it's time to finish our If I Were a GM segment. And I don't care what we gotta do. I don't care how long this podcast gotta go or how quick we gotta do this. Time to finish the segment off, man. It's just been so much news to cover that it's hard to finish it off. Do you remember what team we ended off on last time?
I think it was.
Was it Timberwolves? I feel like we talked about Bucks, right? Because we said keep it as is.
I think and I think the last one we talked about was the Timberwolves and saying don't trade any of their young assets like Andrew Wiggins and.
Well, if we didn't talk about Timberwolves, don't trade any of your young assets. There you go. Now, New Orleans Pelicans.
Trade all your big contracts. Don't trade Anthony Davis.
Drew Holiday is going to be a free agent this year.
Yeah, and Tyreek Evans.
All right, that experiment kind of failed. Get rid of them. I'm sorry.
Trade Omar
Drew Holiday's
Sheik.
planning to go back to. He might go back 76ers.
Yeah. Trade Alexis Jinka.
Build off of your draft picks.
Yeah.
Terrence Jones, you got
Buddy
him.
Hield is your future and Anthony Davis.
Keep Tim Frazier. Terrence Jones been doing great. Yeah, you got to keep Tim Frazier.
Keep Terrence Jones even though he's injured right now.
He's been doing good. Though.
Solomon Hill has a big contract.
They just got Dantas Montejunas.
Atwan Moore has a really big contract as well. I think they should trade all the big contracted players, build some picks through the draft.
Get a CP3.
Maybe get a hopefully they would. Oh my God, they'd be contenders in the West right away with CP3.
People want to play with Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
people want to play with this man. He got that All-Star around his name, like
he got that Hall of Fame name like right off.
It's crazy. He really does. He's having a phenomenal season. It's just his only thing stopping Anthony Davis is his health.
Yeah.
So if you give him a CP3,
his team that surrounds him,
you give him a CP3, and
like
he's
look at it here.
It.
Like we're looking at NBA.com here.
Omar Sheik gotta go.
And like the New Orleans Pelicans lost to the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets scored 143 points.
Beat them by 30 points.
They're one of the they're the worst team in the NBA in my opinion. And the Brooklyn Nets are putting up 143. Get some defensive stoppers on that team.
Mm-hmm. Pelicans are picking it up now that they're a little more healthier. Mm-hmm. They're 17-27, better than Lakers.
Yeah,
pretty sure. Damn near better than the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
So and they do have the Knicks number. They keep beating them. Mm-hmm. But you got something. You definitely got something. Just keep on building and get rid of your contract players because you could really pick up a free agent that wants to play with Anthony Davis.
And build through the draft and get a good veteran player if you can't get CP3. And if you get CP3, shit, you're going to be right in the contention for the West. Mm-hmm. CP3 and Anthony Davis. And then Buddy Hield to dish it out to? Chill. That's a deadly...
And Tim Frazier backing up CP3?
That's a deadly, deadly lineup right there.
You see the next team, Jess?
Oh, the New York Knicks? Mm-hmm. Just a quick overview.
Trade everybody.
Trade everybody except Porzingis and Brandon Jennings to keep it real. Like, I like Brandon Jennings' game.
Yeah, but you know that can't happen.
Yeah.
So, realistically, what would you want?
Realistically...
Melo
gone.
Trade Melo.
By the end of the summer.
For draft picks or young prospects, if I was the Celtics, trade Melo for... I mean, would you take Avery Bradley and Jay Crowder?
Even though he's had some shoulder injuries, but I don't care. Like, Avery Bradley doesn't have a big contract. Jay Crowder doesn't have that big of a contract.
If I was Celtics, I wouldn't get rid of Avery Bradley. I'll get rid of Jay Crowder, and I'll throw a pick.
Great.
Right there.
Melo, gone. Thanks. Thank you for Jay Crowder, who could shoot the ball and could play better defense than Carmelo.
He plays pretty good defense.
Yeah. And we have a pick, a You said a draft pick?
Mm-hmm. Which is what you guys need.
Yeah, I'd love.
Do you guys
that.
have a pick this year?
No. We have a second-round pick.
Yeah, I would say
scrub.
definitely do that for sure.
Keep Porzingis. Get rid of Melo.
Obviously, yeah.
Get rid of Joakim Noah. Don't sign Derrick Rose to the $150 million contract he wants. In my opinion, get rid of Courtney Lee as well because he's not worth $50 million. I've seen that guy maybe have 3 good games this season. Keep
Courtney, Joakim Noah. I don't think you could trade him.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think you could trade him.
I don't think he has.
I like Brandon Jennings. I'm trying to think of anybody else.
You know what they need to do? They got to go into 2K and check Trade Finder for
real.
everything.
Lance Thomas need to go. He's owed like $20 million over the next 3 years.
Lance Thomas.
He's a scrub in my opinion. He can shoot the 3 sometimes, but yeah, just trade everybody except Porzingis for real.
Mm-hmm. Now we got the Thunder, and what I would say for the Thunder is, man, is they got Westbrook.
Yeah,
people want to play with Westbrook, but you can't put a star around Westbrook.
Yeah. Keep him happy. Don't put another big name free agent because it's just going to be Russell Westbrook KD2 just with another player.
And it sucks because honestly, the player that I would have said just got injured, so he can't get traded. Rudy Gay out for the year. Yeah, that's the player
ruptured right Achilles, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's
ruptured Achilles.
So sad.
That's a real injury, man. But as far as their bigs go, their bigs are good. Oladipo's good. I mean, I know he's not what people want him to be, but he's good for them. Anthony Morrow, he's better on paper than what he is for the actual thing, but he's not getting paid too much money. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much money they have to spend, but put some more role players around. Do what they did with Harden.
If you think about it, they just signed Westbrook to the 3-year deal. They did sign Steven Adams. They have Enes Kanter on that big deal, and they did sign Victor Oladipo.
That's what I'm saying. Put some good role players. You don't need stars. Role players. Steven Adams has potential to almost be a star. Mm-hmm. He could be on that Serge Ibaka level. So that's what I would say to do. You want to add on to anything?
No, I think just keep the players that you did sign, of course. Maybe get some nice draft
You're not
picks.
In a trade everything situation.
Yeah, exactly. They're in contention to make the playoffs. They have Russell Westbrook.
They just need some role players.
Keep my man happy.
Get rid of Roberson.
Yeah. just keep Russell Westbrook happy. That's all you have to do for the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to cover Magic? I'm not really interested.
Get rid of all your big men because you don't need that many.
Too many.
Alfred Payton has a great future. I think he's completely underrated. Evan Fournier, he's a good shooter. Aaron Gordon, keep him happy. Get rid of all the big men. I don't think they need Serge Ibaka, in my opinion.
Keep building with the draft. They had Oladipo off the draft. They had Aaron Gordon off the draft. I mean, Oladipo panned out. Obviously, they couldn't keep him. But Oladipo panned out. Evan Fournier has been doing good. Mm-hmm. It's hard, man. It's hard. But they got... Vucevic is too good.
Yeah, he's
Ibaka
too good.
Is good for that team. Mm-hmm. Bismack Biyombo, why the hell did you sign him?
Yeah, I don't understand. No, they did sign him. I thought they traded
You remember how much they paid that man? I don't know if they got him before or after the Serge Ibaka trade, but this man is getting paid way too much money to get 6 points a game and 7.6 rebounds. I mean, that's what he is anyways. He's just a rebound guy. But he was fine on the Raptors where he was. I think you overpaid him and you did not need him. That's what that is. Aaron Gordon, that guy is a young, athletic star, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Blake Griffin.
A young Blake Griffin.
Yeah. I'm not saying Blake Griffin off the bat, but young Blake Griffin. Aaron Fournier has been good. He's been good. You just got to build off of what you have, and you screwed it up getting Bismack Biyombo because that was too big of a contract. Mm-hmm. If you would have put that and put it into a good point guard.
Mm-hmm. Even though I do like Bismack Biyombo, but I don't know, man.
If they... I could see them needing a player like George Hill.
For real.
That would be a good little... I mean, I know George Hill just got traded, but...
Yeah. George Hill, he's amazing on Utah. I'm so glad they have him.
Yeah, that was a great pickup and to put him into contention almost. But 76ers is next. They're doing good as is, man.
Don't do anything.
As much as hate they used to get, man. Even Dario Saric has been paying off.
Yeah.
Don't do anything, though, is a little exaggerate. Okafor, and it's crazy. Every time you mention any free agent, we say Celtics. I mean, any trade rumor. Yeah. Because Celtics really got it like that. I don't care.
You know what Greg Popovich said about the Sixers? Like, reporter asked, how do you feel about the Philadelphia 76ers, like, coming onto the scene, Joel Embiid? How do you feel about the Sixers winning? Yeah, and all the hype around Philly again, and it's been a very long time. He said, I'm excited for them. I love the fact that they're winning. Like, that's coming from the greatest coach in the NBA.
Arguably of all time.
Yeah, arguably of all time.
Arguably.
Like, when that coach says that to a team that's been struggling for years, trading all these great players for these picks, not knowing who they would get, and then them luckily getting to Joel Embiid, Jahlil Okafor,
And honestly,
New Orleans Noel.
They almost know what they're doing because they want to pick up Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
That's a great pickup.
Yeah,
Drew Holiday is still young, man. He's like 26 years old.
Yeah.
So I would say get Drew Holiday, trade Okafor, trade Noel.
No, I think they should
maybe
just
you
trade
can keep one of them.
Because they're going to need a backup for Embiid.
Man, if they could finesse a trade for one of those bigs and get, we keep saying Celtics, but that's what it really is.
Mm-hmm. They could get
Jay Crowder?
Yeah, they could get a steal from Boston.
Jay Crowder, think about that. You got, let's say you put Simmons as a shooting guard. I know he can't shoot for his life.
No,
but
not yet.
In the lineup in the future, you have your point guard, Drew Holiday, Ben Simmons, Jay Crowder, Okafor, and Embiid.
That's a deadly start.
That's a good lineup, especially for a young team. Embiid is going to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
Staying healthy, too. What they're doing with him right now, minute restrictions as is, he has to. He really does.
Now, I think out of those two, I could see Jahlil Okafor leaving because I think he's more inconsistent than New Orleans Noel, and he's a bigger name to get like a who's the guy you just said? Crowder?
Jay Crowder?
Yeah, Jay Crowder. I think if Okafor goes to Boston, the Boston Celtics would be willing to give up a Jay Crowder because the Celtics wanted to get Jahlil Okafor back in the day when he was in the draft.
And they already want Gordon as a free agent. Man,
so,
damn, Celtics could be nasty as hell.
They're gonna.
Imagine that.
I really think a big name is going to go to Boston this summer.
Imagine the Thomas, Bradley, Hayward, Okafor, Horford. Oh, my God.
I hope Gordon Hayward doesn't leave Utah the way they're playing, though.
Yeah.
That's so exciting because they're getting back into it now.
Understandable, but Suns, I don't think we got too much to say with them. Just Bledsoe's good, Booker's good, build off of that.
And then I think
Bledsoe's still young.
I think they need to get rid of Brandon Knight.
Get rid of Brandon Knight. He got trade. He got trade value.
Yeah, they owe him over like $80 million, I believe. Like that boy has a
get a
huge
big
contract.
man that isn't Dragon Bender.
Yeah, or Tyson Chandler. Even though he's a good vet.
Forget they got Tyson, but
yeah.
they could.
They got Marquise Chris.
I like Marquise Chris,
yeah.
But they could benefit off of Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, they could.
I could
or
see
Vucevic if they're willing to trade.
If Magic could be willing to trade that wouldn't be bad either. Trailblazers. Now,
get some defensive-minded players because they've been struggling on defense.
Click the panic button, and right now they're let's see their record. They're 19-27.
That's sad, man.
Holy sh!
I really thought they'd be a playoff team, and then right now they're not looking like it.
They might be actually. Let me check this Western Conference standings real quick.
I think there might be 9th or 10th.
They're 8th, bro. I'm telling you.
What?
I'm telling you, the playoff spot. Oh, 8th is they're right under. The 8th is the Nuggets. Right now.
My God, that's sad to hear.
It's really crazy. Every team after the 7th seed this year is garbage.
Yeah.
Kings had a chance of doing it. Pelicans got a chance to make the playoffs.
That's sad from what they started from.
I think they have a chance, and honestly, I'll kind of be scared of them.
Wow, the Mavericks are.
I'll be scared of Anthony Davis. Oh, Mavericks are terrible. But yeah, Trailblazers get some defense for sure.
For sure, man. Like the only two good
They
players
need
on that team.
a big man again. They should have went for the Biyombo.
Honestly, I really wish they could get Jesus said Boogie Cousins. I think he would fit tremendously with that team.
He really would. I would say try to give him a great pitch. They need a big man. I don't know why you didn't go for Howard. To be honest,
Yeah, I don't know why. Because
That
he would
would've
have been a
been good.
nice fit.
that would have been a good.
Because
fan
honestly,
to them.
the only good players on that team, I'm looking at it, are Lillard, McCollum, and Evan Turner's been playing really well.
I'm not the biggest fan of Evan Turner.
No, neither am I. But
Plumlee's okay.
He's okay.
Festus Ezeli is not good.
Yeah, he's a
Ed
backup.
Davis is okay. Alan Crabb isn't really
yeah.
working out.
Ed Davis.
Myers Leonard just caught a body today. I don't know if you've seen that dunk. Yeah, he dunked.
Oh, yeah. I saw it on
bad on somebody.
Hell yeah.
Bad. But yeah, Trailblazers, man.
Get some
The thing is,
defensive-minded players.
you got 2 stars.
Yeah.
You just got to pick up somebody in the free agency and preferably a big.
Yeah.
A boogie. I say a boogie and it reminds me of a boogie.
Hey,
A boogie with a hoodie, yeah. Oh, God, that's how you know we're young, guys. That's how you know we're young. But down to the next team, we got Sacramento Kings.
You better rebuild your team before.
I don't have
Cousins
anything to say
leaves.
for this team.
Yeah, I mean, DeMarcus Cousins, I really think he'll go back to the Sacramento Kings just because of the money standards, because he's probably going to get over $200 million, because he is the best big man in the league, no doubt about it. Him and Anthony Davis run the best big men in the NBA. I just think Sacramento Kings, they need to completely rebuild the team around DeMarcus Cousins. If not, DeMarcus Cousins is going to play with a real contender. He's going to get less money, and DeMarcus Cousins is going to be a happier man.
It's hard because, like, what we're going to say, he needs a good point guard. He had good point guards. He had Rondo. He had Darren Collison. He
still does have Darren Collison.
That's what I'm saying.
They have Ty Lawson, bro.
I know that.
Like, what?
But I don't know how good of a great point guard. Maybe a Chris Paul might help him, but I can't see Chris Paul going to the Kings.
Hell no.
No.
Unless they offer him
crap ton of money.
Yeah.
But and we can't say he needs a good small forward. Like, maybe he needs a good shooting guard. Maybe he needs a good scorer to tag along with him. Maybe that's what he needs.
He doesn't need another big man, because I swear to God, if they get another big man, Boogie's just going to leave. Because he's not happy with the amount of centers they have on that team as well. That's another team that has a lot of centers. Like, if you look at their roster, like, they have a shit ton of big men.
They really do. Down to the next team, we got Spurs. I don't have a comment for Spurs.
Neither do I.
You're good.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
You know what you're doing.
They're going to go to the Western Conference Finals, arguably.
Spurs are never going to be bad.
No.
I really think
until Greg Popovich leaves that team.
What school did do you know what college Kawhi Leonard went to, bro?
I know it wasn't a big name school.
It wasn't a Kentucky. It wasn't no Kansas. San Diego State.
Yes, that's what it was.
They find these players. Jonathan Simmons.
Yeah.
Great pay. Like, oh my God.
Do you know where Tim Duncan came from? Wake Forest. Like, back in the day, that wasn't a name. Like, Wake Forest.
Still isn't.
Like.
But yeah, you guys know what you're doing. You guys win D-League championships, and you just won a real championship. Like, I can't do any more to help you guys.
They have the greatest coach, arguably, in the NBA. So
keep Popovich.
Yeah, for real. Just keep signing that man.
Toronto Raptors. Oh man, they really have a chance of doing something. They're really no joke. 28-15.
They did lose to the Hornets.
They have a good big man in Valanciunas.
Yeah.
They have a good point guard. They have a good shooting guard. I wish Rudy Gay would have stayed there, man.
For real.
Because that's
I think they have good forwards as well.
I like Terrence Ross. I even like Sullinger.
I really like Patrick Peterson and Jared Sullinger on that team.
I like Patterson too.
I really do.
DeMar Carroll, how much is he averaging? I feel like I never hear about this guy coming from the Hawks, where he was almost a big deal. He was a big free agent that year, getting 10 points a game. They need a scorer. They needed a Rudy Gay. I mean, is Rudy Gay contract done after this year?
I believe so. Yes,
like
it is.
Right?
But now his career might be over. He tore his Achilles, bro. Look at Kobe's career. He was never the same after that.
Let's hope not. They could have benefited with Evan Turner.
They really could have.
They really could have benefited with Evan Turner. I would say the thing is they don't have pieces to trade. They really don't. They need a small forward. I'm trying to think of small forwards in this league that you could really... Jay Crowder again? Like, DeMar Carroll, he's not no scrub, but still.
Yeah, he can play some defense.
You got to find a small forward, and once you find the small forward, you're good. Because you got a great point guard, and his contract is good. DeMar DeRozan, his contract is good. Keep Valanciunas. I'm pretty sure he got an updated contract, too.
Yeah, he got paid money. Great money.
Don't worry about your three players right there because they're good. You just need a small forward that could drop 18, 17 a game. And right now, it's not that hard to find, to be honest. Because you got damn near half the league averaging 20, I feel like.
For real. The way the NBA is now, people be putting up 50 every other day.
For real. Now down to the Utah Jazz.
Right now,
they man,
keep Gordon Hayward close. Because if he leaves that team, I could see that the cookie crumbling, because they do have a really good roster. They have Alec Burks, who's really still good. Boris Diaw coming off the bench. Dante Exum is in the D League now. They got Derek Favors. They got Rodney Hood. Like, this team is like, and they have Rudy Gobert. And if they keep Gordon Hayward,
Ingles is nice too, bro.
And Joe Johnson is a vet.
George Hill. Honestly, keep your team as is, and it's just part of the building process. Rudy Gobert is going to be a star.
He is. And
Derek Favors is good as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Joe Ingles is good. I like Joe Ingles.
He's a good
Rodney
shooter.
Hood is.
He's phenomenal. He's
I
the second best player on that team. Hands
I
down.
love Rodney Hood. I don't
real.
know about second best, man.
I think so.
They got such potential. I won't even say second best, to be honest. And I forgot they got Shelvin McEnroe new too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I would say just
Like I
keep
said-
building on your team and just
Yeah.
build role players. Build these role players like the Rockets did, like the Spurs always managed to do. That's what you need, because
I think
they're a
could get-
team that doesn't need a star that can make it far.
Exactly.
Rhyming accidentally.
I think they could get like a real good coach too that could put them over the top. You know what I mean? I don't know who, but they could figure it out. That's what the NBA is all about: hiring the better players, the better coaches, the better whatever to make a team win a championship and the organization have a championship. But I think Gordon Hayward, keep him close because that's the key to maybe something.
I
He's still
say
young.
Rudy Gobert is the key. But we got Wizards next, and they have been getting it together lately.
These guys, they came from bottom of the East to I think maybe middle of the East, and that's how weak the East is.
No.
Division.
No, you know why they're doing that? Because Bradley Beal is playing.
Oh, for real? He's been cooking.
He's been doing good lately.
I just been seeing John Wall just doing these.
John
crazy
Wall doing
assists
amazing.
and-
Bradley Beal getting it together. Otto Porter Jr. This was
Yeah,
his breakout
he's been
year.
having a really
Kelly
good
Oubre Jr. was a freaking bust.
For real?
Kelly Oubre, what is
Oh
he
yeah,
doing now?
he came out of Kansas, I believe.
Markieff Morris he's not the good brother,
Yeah,
but he's okay.
Where'd he come out?
Markieff
Kansas?
Morris is
Yeah.
averaging. Kelly Oubre is averaging 6 points a game in 20 minutes.
He's still young.
Yeah, he's still young, but still.
I think he's 22. or
And that's
something.
what they need is a big man.
For real.
Honestly, if I was Boogie,
Why not?
knock on that door.
Yeah, they have enough. They probably have a lot of money. Well, they just did pay Bradley Beal.
Bradley
lot
Beal
of
got a
money.
big contract. I don't know when John Wall's contract is done,
I
but
think in 2 years,
man,
maybe
They-
3. I'm not sure.
a big man could really bless that lineup because
For
they
real.
got a good point guard. They got a good shooting guard. They got a good small forward who's
And
and they're all young.
Yeah,
nevertheless.
that's what I was just about to say.
All young. If you keep the thing is you got to keep cores together to build off of that. If you want to have good teams, people are afraid to build. You got to go through some shit years to get through the positive
Yeah,
side.
I think Marcin Gortat is like. I think
He's
he's a good
good,
center,
but
but
he's-
I think they need an upgrade.
Yeah, they do.
He could be a backup.
Yeah, a veteran backup, I wouldn't mind at all. But they need a center, man. That almost fits this new style of playing.
For real. And centers, they always say, they're the keystone to a team. They're the leading stone in. The big men lead the NBA. Like they're
And this is the center I'm gonna say.
top of the NBA.
If it's not Boogie, Greg Monroe.
Why not?
That would be a great
Because
pickup.
I don't think he fits well in Milwaukee.
He doesn't at all. And Milwaukee's not even looking for too much talent right now.
No, because honestly, the only person they need is Giannis.
So
He does everything already.
I would say get rid of a Morris, get rid of a Oubre, get rid of a Gortat for a Monroe, and that may work effortlessly, man. And you'll see. I'm telling you, you see the results because Monroe is a great player. But wow, probably the longest NBA one for sure.
It
Two of
completely
us.
worked it, man.
The two of us.
Even without Jesus, we did really well. We didn't mess up.
We don't need Jesus.
Yeah.
He's done. Jesus, if you're hearing this, sorry. It's too
You're
late.
out.
You're gone. No longer Triangle Podcast. It's the straight line.
We got like have like a more creative name than that.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything else. We need Jesus.
Facts.
We need
I
Jesus.
miss his entertainment and his vibe he brings to the cast.
Him always talking about pick and rolls and the old fundamental guy.
Swap.
What do you always says? The 3-and-D guys.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
what the
yeah.
hell that means.
The dudes that can shoot the 3 and play some D.
I never heard that expression, but maybe that's me. You ever heard that expression before?
Yeah, I've heard it on First Take a lot. Stephen A. has said it a lot, and Skip Bayless.
See, I'm a grown man. I don't got time for no first take anymore.
I do.
All right, guys. We hope you enjoyed as usual. You can find us everywhere on SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes under the name All of the Above ENT Entertainment. We're gonna keep delivering you content. It's back to MMA Mondays and basketball Sundays.
Keep showing love. Keep telling people if you listen to us
Keep sharing,
consistently. Keep telling your friends. Tell your parents. Tell your girlfriend. Tell your boyfriend. Whatever.
Tweet it.
Yeah, tweet it.
We had
show
all right.
us, show us love.
We had somebody comment, right? And I don't know if the person who commented is listening, but thank you for commenting.
For real.
Cause that
that shows a lot. Like, you actually care that you're listening to.
You're listening to us. Like, that's kind of crazy.
For real.
That's kind of crazy.
Like, I love it. Like, we already get
comment
views.
if you're listening to this. Comment again, because I feel like we got a fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They actually like listening to us, you know what I mean?
I don't know if you tuned in for just 10 seconds or you heard every episode, either or. If you're listening to this, comment again.
Yeah.
And just say whatever the hell
you want to say. If your opinion on
we want to
Westbrook being a starter or whatever during the podcast you didn't agree with or you agree with, whatever. Tell your friends, tell your family, like I said.
Humble beginnings.
Keep sharing us. We already get views all around the world, which is amazing to say.
Even though they're only like 20. It's okay.
Yeah. We're getting close. I looked on our channel today. We're getting close on 500 views as a total in all our videos.
It's a progress. And
it really is. We've been grinding, and we're going to continue to grind, even though it's back to our old schedule, probably two episodes a week. But that's still great. We're still, like, we're in college. We got work to do and everything else, and busy with our other personal lives, and we're still putting out some good quality videos for you about the NBA, about MMA, and covering sports. That's our real. This is our hobby, and we love doing it. So just keep showing us support.
Mm-hmm. Show us love, and we give love back for sure. Just like I said in the beginning of the year, we will get a wrestling WWE podcast going by. Probably September, I would say for sure September. As soon as my man gets up here to go to my college, it's going to be exciting. We're going to have a WWE one. We're going to have a music one. We will have gaming. You guys like 2K? Everybody likes 2K. Hey, if you're listening to this podcast, no doubt in my world you play on NBA
People
2K.
are going to look up 2K when it first drops. They're like, oh, I can't get the game. I'm going to look up some stuff on YouTube.
And guess what? You're gonna hear me and Jesse's voice of me busting his butt in 2K. Probably, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. But with that being said, thank you. Again, very humble thank you. I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We out.
Shout out to Jesus. We out.
Peace.